Does everybody know what time it is? It's time for Cooking with Doby!
Hey guys, Doby here. It's been recently brought to my attention that there are a good bit of my friends that lack even the most basic cooking skills, and that is insane. Knowing how to cook, even on the most basic level, it's practically a life necessity, in my opinion. Being able to cook will change your life. You'll save money, you'll eat better, and you might even meet that special someone. I mean, hey, if the average person doesn't know how to cook, and you do, makes you that much more attractive to a mate, I assure you. But let's be real, we can't cook every night. Well, we can, but I mean, come on, we all live busy lives, so we're not going to be able to cook every night. And yes, we're going to pick up the fast food from time to time, and that's okay. I tend to eat at fast food places that I know that I can A, enjoy the food, B, save it for later, meaning that I can order a little bit more that I'm going to eat for lunch or for dinner or for whenever I'm there, and then for another meal I can use my leftovers. Cane's and Popeyes, two of my favorites. I can always take leftovers from those two places, and I can always find something to do with it the next day to turn it into another meal. Or maybe from that meal, I might have leftovers from that meal. So it's like 3 meals from one, just because you can cook. So here's my first lesson for you guys. We're gonna take my leftovers from yesterday. We had Cane's. So we're gonna have some Cane's chicken fingers and french fries. And we're gonna turn that into a delicious potato and chicken frittata for brunch. Now here's a list of what you'll need. These are the basic ingredients you should already have. Yes, even the fresh parsley and cilantro. Dried herbs are dreadful for garnishing.
Okay guys, let's get started. First, let's stem and chop up the cilantro. Next up, let's stem and chop up the parsley. Next up, let's go ahead and chop up the chicken into nice big chunks. Now, I like Cane's chicken, but it doesn't always hit the flavor nodes, if you know what I'm saying. So a little salt and a little Tony's always tends to help. Chop up the french fries into small little bites.
There's crinkled, curly, and straight. I love them. They're so great. And I can't wait. I love french fries.
My personal favorite, the mushroom, next to garlic. They're like flavor sponges. And of course, garlic. Everyone's favorite. If it's not, it should be. Now grab your milk or your heavy cream. I always try to use heavy cream if I have it, but if not, milk is perfectly fine. Crack open those eggs. Try not to get any shell in your eggs. Alright, now it's time to season. We're going to add a little pepper. We're going to add a little salt. And then we're going to go to the old Tony Sacheries, as I mentioned before. If you don't have it, get it. Get it in your life. Now, whip those eggs. Alright, it's time to get started cooking. Put that butter in the pan. And then the onions. And the celery. almost forgot, time to chop up the tomato. Now, don't get too distracted. Let's make sure we check our pan and see what is needed. Looks like we could use a tablespoon or two of olive oil. Toss in your flavor sponges, aka the mushrooms. Work them in. Grab your cut up potatoes and add them into the mix now. A healthy portion of cilantro. And a nice big pinch of parsley. Now work it all in. And it's time to add some more butter, a little cayenne, a little sprinkle of Tony's, just a little bit of crushed red pepper. And now it's time to toss in the garlic. God. Now grab your silicone spatula and stir it around. Add a little more olive oil into it, work it in, and now let's just let it cook. Add in your chicken now. And work it into the mixture. Now we're going to get our pan ready to go into the oven. Make sure you get a nice good coating on the pan so that you won't have any problems getting the frittata out once it's cooked. Add your cooked mixture to the new pan. Let's get ready to put the eggs on top. When you pour the eggs into the pan, just make sure to get the eggs evenly dispersed around the pan. Grab your tomatoes and sprinkle those over your mixture. Take some of your remaining parsley and sprinkle that all over the place. Now it's time for the cheese. I always recommend the baby Swiss for this job. All right, time to go into the oven. While that's cooking, let's get cleaned up. Let's see how it's cooking. We're going to move it around just a little bit. It should be firm and starting to separate from the walls of the pan. This is almost ready. Let's give it a little while longer. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and chop up our fruit. All right, now it's time to take it out. Remember, this pan is freaking hot. So as soon as you get it out, put the silicone cover back on the handle. You're welcome.
Once it's out of the oven, all you're really checking for is it cooked the way you like it. Some people like their eggs a little softer. Some people like their eggs a little more firm. It's really all about your personal preference. Now it's time to plate. Plating is an art form. It's how you show your work to the world, in essence. So take it seriously, make it look good, and you'll be just fine. Okay, now grab your cane sauce and lightly drizzle it over each frittata. Then grab your sour cream next. 1 scoop per frittata. Same thing with the guacamole. 1 scoop per frittata. Finally, go ahead and grab
the lastly, parsley, and drizzle it over each plate. Now, you can take all of your fruit and put it beautifully on each plate. And there you have it. You've just made 2 delicious chicken and potato frittatas. And you've got leftovers. So you'll be able to eat another brunch or lunch or maybe just a snack later, however you want, but it's an extra meal. Enjoy. Thanks for watching the video. Comment, like, share. Tune in for next time. Are you a local New Orleans home or professional chef looking to create your own cooking show? If so, get in touch.